Okay, kita sambung. We will continue with video number 2. Okay, to understand how to hedge your position as the sellers. If we get account receivable, you will get payment from the foreign country or foreign country or foreign company lah. So let's take a look at this example. Without Corporation has receivable of GBP 250,000 in 1 year. So this corporation will get payment from buyer in 1 year's time. Okay, how much you will get the receivable, the payment, GBP 250,000. So the question says, analyze the profit of each available alternative and recommend as to which alternative should Without Corporation undertakes. Okay, and also given to you the following quotes from a bank in Malaysia. So kita tengok apa yang dia bagi kat kita. Given to us spot rates, 1 year forward rate. Okay, dia bagi bid dengan us for both spot rate and 1 year forward rate. And also the annual interest rate in Malaysia and UK. So our home will be Malaysia, our foreign will be UK. And also given to us 2 options, call and put option. Alright, their exercise prices and also the premium. Recall balik apa premium? Harga untuk beli option tu. So bila dah beli option ni, barulah you have right either to buy foreign currency or to sell foreign currency. Depend on type of option you bought lah. Okay. Alright, the first alternative that we have is to do forward market hedge. Okay, kita pada hari ni, okay, as at today, kita buat agreement dengan bank. Alright, to sell. Okay, kita akan dapat GBP nanti kan, 250,000. Bila dapat je foreign currency tu, kita nak buat apa? Kita nak jual. So kita enter forward market to sell the foreign currency at forward rate. So since we are going to sell, meaning to say bank will buy your foreign currency. So bila bank buy, dia akan guna bid. So how to calculate the amount of receivable nanti? Maksudnya macam mana ni? Kita dah kunci siap-siap dengan bank, dah buat agreement siap-siap dengan bank, kita akan jual pada bid forward rate. Okay, so berapa bid forward rate? Ringgit Malaysia 6.05 sebab ini bid kan. So berapa receivable kita akan dapat lagi setahun kalau guna forward rate? So this will be the amount 250,000 GBP times with Ringgit Malaysia 6.05. Maka inilah jumlah yang you akan dapat in 1 years. Okay, if you use forward rate. Okay, alright. The second option that we have, the second alternative that we have is to use option contract. So since we are going to sell our currency, so kita akan guna put lah. Sebab call ni right to buy. Kita bukan nak buy currency, kita nak jual foreign currency. So we will buy put option in order for us to sell the foreign currency later at 6.0415. Okay. So if you use put option, anak-anak, alright, how to calculate the value of receivable you are going to get by using put option? So you take the value of the receivable, you times with the exercise price, but don't forget you have to minus the premium. Sebab premium ni apa? Premium tu harga kita beli option tu. Kenalah tolak dulu cost of buying the option. Alright, exercise price ni adalah harga jual foreign currency. Ni duit, ni exercise price tu selling price tu. Ini adalah our inflow. Premium ni adalah our outflow. Kenapa outflow? Harga kita beli option. Recall balik chapter option. Nak dapatkan right untuk jual pada exercise price, you kena beli dulu option tu. So you akan beli by paying the premium. Okay. Jadi kena ambil exercise price. Alright, harga untuk you jual the foreign currency minus the premium, harga you beli option tu. So GBP 250,000 times 6.0415, mana dapat ni? Ni kat sini, the exercise price minus the premium 0.1 or 10 sen. Maka kalau kita guna option, selepas setahun kita guna option untuk beli untuk jual currency tu, kita akan dapat 1.485375 ringgit. So kalau kita bandingkan antara dua ni, kita nampak dah forward hedge yang menang. Kalau maksudnya kita hedge guna forward lagi untung sebab kita dapat 1.5 juta lebih. Kalau kita hedge guna for option market, okay, option contract, kita cuma akan dapat 1.485. But don't forget we have another option. Maksud saya alternative. We have another alternative which is money market hedge. Okay, let's do money market hedge. Kalau in the case of getting or receiving account receivable, apa strategi ni? Kita akan borrow foreign and invest home. Kat sini saya letak balik all the information that we have. Okay, supaya kita tak lupa. Sebab kita nak borrow in foreign country, so we have to determine the amount of borrowing lah. Berapa banyak kita nak borrow. First step, determine the amount to borrow in foreign country. Macam mana kita nak determine the amount to borrow in foreign country? Kita ambil total GBP 250,000. Kita bahagikan dengan 1 plus I, interest rate of the foreign country. Okay, datang mana 1.06 ni? Ni. Ambil yang foreign country punya kat sini. Okay, 6%. Sebab apa ambil yang foreign? Sebab kita nak pinjam dekat foreign country. So, we will use the annual interest rate in the foreign country 6%. So, GBP 250,000 over 1.006 sahaja, bro. Okay. Maksudnya 1.06 lah. You akan dapat amount yang you need to borrow 235,849.06. Okay. So, we will prepare this table. Nampak macam pernah tengok je kan table ni. Yes, lebih kurang lah table macam kita buat currency covered CIA, covered interest arbitrage hari tu in chapter 6. Lebih kurang tapi tak sama lah. Lebih kurang sama tapi tak sama. Tak apalah. Okay. So, we will borrow in UK. Okay, at 6%. So, how much we will borrow? So, the amount you calculated here, you put in here. And then, you will invest the amount of borrowing that you made in the home country. So, kita akan convert kepada ringgit. Sebab apa? Ringgit tu nanti, duit tu nanti, we will invest in Malaysia. So, convert pada spot rate lah. So, since we get foreign currency, maka kita akan jual. Bila kita jual, bank akan beli. That's why kita guna spot bid kat sini 6.04. Mana jumlah ni yang saya tengah tunjuk ni. So you akan dapat dalam ringgit 1.424528.32. Okay, so the amount of money we get in ringgit tu pula kita akan guna untuk invest. So you will invest the amount of money, alright, in Malaysia at 5%. So, after 1 year, what will happen? Amount yang kita labur tu, kita akan dapat pulangan lah. Kita labur 1.424528.32. Berapa interest receipt kita? 5%. So, darab dengan 1.05. So, this is amount of money or return that you will get from your investment. Okay? 1.495745.74. Okay, inilah pulangan kita. Yang tadi you pinjam, okay, 2.35 tu, okay, before that, after 1 year, you will get your receivable. Receivable nilai dia berapa? 250,000. Okay, selepas tahun dapatlah bayaran daripada buyer you. Who are you? You are exporter, you get payment from your buyer. But, okay, the receivable that yang kita dapat tu, kita akan guna untuk bayar hutang. Nampak tak? Okay, you dapat 250,000 receivable selepas setahun. So, the amount that you will get, you will use to pay the loan. Loan tu pula memang ngam-ngam, okay, dapat 250,000 jumlah kena bayar plus dengan interest. Sebab apa? You pinjam 235,849.06. Alright, macam mana you dapat nilai ni? Based pada interest 6%. So, 235,849.06 ni darab dengan 1.06 interest yang bank charge, you akan dapat 250,000. So, nampak tak? Jumlah yang kita bayar, kena bayar hutang tu exactly sama dengan jumlah receivable. Maka receivable tu dah tak ada lah. So, maka apa pulangan kita? Pulangan kita bukan dalam bentuk account receivable. Because the account receivable is no longer available to us. Okay? Pulangan kita ada dalam bentuk investment yang kita buat dekat negara kita. Okay, alright. So, bila kita pinjam dan labur, kita berjaya menjana pulangan sebanyak berapa? 1.495754.74. So, next we need to compare lah. In money market, our inflow is in the form of investment return. Okay, the receivable yang kita dapat tu has been used to pay the loan made in foreign country. Account receivable dah tak available dah sebab kita guna untuk bayar hutang. Kita punya pulangan memang merely in form of investment. Okay, alright. So, kita bandinglah tiga-tiga tu. Kalau kita enter forward market, kita akan dapat 1.512. Option market, kita akan dapat 1.485 lebih kurang. Money market, kita akan dapat 1.495. In the case of receivable, kita nak nilai yang paling tinggi lah. Alright. So, daripada semua ni, hedging mana yang paling bagus? Alright, paling baik. Of course, the forward market hedge. Therefore, Without Corporation should choose forward contract to secure the receivable because by entering forward market hedge ni, it will give us the company the highest amount of inflow. Itu. That's how to solve this kind of question if you get receivable from the buyer. Okay, so let's stop here. Let's continue with our video number 3.